media kind of puts the oil to the fire sort of
This
thing.
person of so and so religion assaulted this person of this religion. That might not even be the highlight. They might have had a fight for a totally different reason. But they'll try to pin it up on
the flaws so much that people don't see the good things about it.
YouTubers or whoever that might be, who come up with random, I don't know, controversial issues and theories, and they try to make a video out of it and then again gain their views, which is again creating a lot of mess.
Welcome to another episode of Squaretable Conversations, where we talk about topics that matter and give you our take on the topic. Today we're going to talk about religion and media.
So earlier, our exposure to religion and the concepts related to it was limited to what the people we used to interact on a day-to-day basis, our family, and the spiritual place that people used to visit to, the pravachnas or the talks that used to be there. Our religious beliefs would be shaped based on that. But nowadays, what we see is this. There's a lot of information that a person is bombarded with, let it be from media or like in all these social media apps and TV channels. All of them try to propagate a lot of concepts about religion, and not only these, even movies, TV shows, a lot of them try to propagate so many concepts in religion. So people are either they're getting influenced and either becoming very religious or getting very confused because of so many concepts that and information that they're consuming, and or they're turning into non-religious or atheists because of so much confusion. So how do you think media is actually influencing a person's religious beliefs?
So I think anything has its own advantages and disadvantages, and it depends on whom people are following. Like it's also on them. It's not only on the media and what it is being portrayed. It's also on them, like whom they are following, whom they are drawn to, and what, of course, what is shown impacts them. But based on that, what kind of decisions are they making? If they are following the right people who are influencing them in a positive way, then I think they'll go in the right direction. That's one thing that
Their personal beliefs also play a
Yeah,
part, is
yeah.
what you're saying. Yeah, correct.
With like whatever she said, sometimes like on social media or something, there's no censorship, so we won't actually know who is right, who is wrong. At least in movies and media, they
A
have
censor
some
board,
censor
yes.
board, and they have they have some laws and restrictions on what they have to talk.
And most importantly, there is this factual checking that happens before anything is portrayed to the masses, right? But when it comes to, I think these days we have actually taken our freedom of speech, for a ride. As in, you can say whatever you want, you can do whatever you want. I know you have been given that channel, you have been given that right, but what we see these days is mostly it being misused. If you are propagating a good thing, a positive thing, it's fine to do it as much as you want. But when there are these sensitive issues, and you know that you are living in a country that has so many religions, so many types of believers, as in they have their different beliefs, personal beliefs, you need to be very sensitive with the things that you say out loud. And you might have a belief, but that doesn't mean you need to propagate it, like you said. There needs to be a factual check that has to be done before anything comes out out on the media, out in anything, any platform for that matter, that can influence the crowd and the masses. This is one thing that we need to be very careful about. So we do not hurt any religion for that matter, and it's fine. Anybody can follow their own religion. That's not even the point. But when you bring out these very sensitive issues and start targeting, it can be a very subtle, uh, you know, uh, let's say, you're doing it in a very subtle way, but there are people who understand that as well, and they put it out. If they become very, let's say, offended by it, they're going to put it out in a way that is going to influence their people, that this is how it was brought out, and it's going to create a lot more problems. So why do that? Instead of, if you want to propagate the good of your religion, and let it be. Just do not talk about the negatives. And yeah, that's
Yeah.
Like
So,
you said, one thing, especially I think it's very important in India because ours is a secular country, and religious, like that is that keeps on happening. These religious fights, wars, it
Arts
keeps
anytime.
happening in India.
Yeah,
It's very regular.
repetitive, yeah.
So, at least over here, when people and media kind of puts the oil to the fire, sort of thing. People see one Instagram reel or something about an issue that is happening, they get provocated, and
which
that
might not be the whole truth.
exactly.
That's the main issue. Yes, correct.
And I think even when it comes to media amplifying certain issues, if it's religious, even if an issue is actually not religion based, they will try to say, okay, this person of so and so religion assaulted this person of this religion. That might not even be the highlight. They might have had a fight for a totally different reason. But they'll try to pin it up on religion, and they'll say, oh, this person of this religion fought, and then it becomes a whole religious war. The issue was something else, but now it's become a religious war. And even in case of social media, it's very like they use that as a platform to mock or target certain religions. Like I'm sure all of us must have seen songs, like movie songs made into devotional ones, and they make a whole mockery out of the whole thing. And some people just look at it as entertainment and they just scroll through it like any other, but some people take it sensitively, and then you see a whole war going on in the comment section. There are some people who are for it, some people who are against it, and they use religion as a point to fight. And then it's not even before, I think it was pinpointed towards one religion. Now they've started doing it for everything. They've started taking religious songs of all religions and they just make a mockery out of the entire thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think, like as you said, one religion's songs were taken previously and they were made into movie songs. Like devotional songs were taken and they were made into movie songs, and calling out the okay, this religion's person assaulted the person from another religion. If it happens for all the religions, then no one will take it offensively. But when it happens to one religion, like one religion is being targeted, that okay, this person from this religion did this, like all the crimes are being directed towards one religion. Like it is being portrayed like
And
this
not the person.
not the person.
Yes.
The person's name is not being taken, or maybe it's not out yet, but they're taking. They'll say that okay, this group, this community did this. That is one thing, like targeting one religion, and just because all eyes will be on you when you say that. That is one thing. And when it comes to like I think in previous videos also I have spoken about the influence of movies on people. So previously, like we have seen in certain commercially successful movies that one particular religion is being portrayed like there are all kinds of blind beliefs only in this religion. Other religions are all so perfect, or maybe just for name's sake some things are shown about other religions as well. But not really the core of it. Maybe all religions and even religions in other countries also have some blind beliefs. All religions have blind beliefs, but one religion is targeted, and that religion's blind beliefs are shown in such a way that okay, this religion is not scientific at all, but that religion turns out to be the most scientific. But like the flaws are they fixate on the flaws so much that people don't see the good things about that religion later on. Either that happens, uh, or people take it offensively. Like the ones who are already following it, the ones who know the truth, they take it. Obviously, they will feel hurt and they will come out on the roads. They'll protest, and there is the peace is lost. That used to happen. Nowadays, I am happy to see that there are certain movies that are coming up and showing the true essence of that one religion, so that people are more people take more steps towards education and the actual beliefs or actual truth of that religion. So that's also one thing that is happening. That is also that is one positive influence of media.
Yeah. Also when you said movies influence people a lot and they play a big role in that, I think the beliefs of the actors and the roles that they portray on screen, there's no line between that. The thin line between that is often forgotten. And sometimes actors have their own personal beliefs, they propagate certain things on their personal social media pages and things, but they would portray something totally opposite on screen. And they just do this for, obviously they do it for their own monetary reasons, why they would choose to portray such a character on screen. Maybe it might be highly religious, but in real life they might be atheists. But they use religion as a factor to cash in. They make profits out of in the name of religion. And sometimes people think, okay, this is that person's real character, and that's why they chose to play a role like this. But that's not often true. Their personal views are totally different, and people don't understand that at all. So religion is just used as a thing to just make monetary profits out of the whole venture. So, yeah.
The thing is that, how any media business makes money is when more people watch it. That happens when they hit that spot that everyone is very concerned about. It concerns everyone. So the truth won't really attract a lot of attention. They just try to give the part of the information which
That
more
extra
people
masala.
will
Which
view.
will create a controversy.
Yeah.
Or which will,
So the truth just it just
It fades.
Yeah, it fades away.
Because of
So another thing that I have also felt is there'll be some religious war or something that'll be happening in any corner of the world, a local this thing. Because of media, they make it into a very big issue, and people who are not even related to it take sides, have conflicts, create ruckus just because of that. They so media kind of amplifies the issue into a bigger one. That has been good in many ways, but when it comes to such sensitive issues and people don't react in the correct way, when the information is not delivered in the right way, people will not be able to, they won't understand the situation, and they'll just rely on whatever the media is telling, and they'll take some actions based on that.
Yeah, correct. Sometimes I also feel like, media or anybody in general shouldn't be involved in the authorities, let's say, business, right? Now there is a crime that has happened or something that's happened. It's understandable for the media to follow through and make sure that the authorities are doing their work right? But you are not the person to go dig up some dirt on like one of the parties and then put it out on the let's say on social media or any media for that matter, and then make a news about it. and it shouldn't never be like the authorities learn of this through the media, right? If you are trying to do something good for the case or about it, or you want justice for the person, if your media has a very good let's say reach, and you have contacts, you have your spies on spot on, you got those information, sensitive information, you should be the one who goes and reports it to the authorities and not publicize it to the whole world. And then, just because you've done it and you're the first ones or the first news channels to get the newest updates or whatever, that's again for monetary benefits, like you've said. Again, everything is becoming very monetized, or everybody wants monetary benefits out of it.